Kyle Davidson doesn't have the balls to do that. You're going to have to pay $1 million.
Down that end. Dump it up against the railing. So, getting it down here, going right here.
I might be a little rusty, but it's fine. Are we good to
Want to get on? All right, put your headset on. Put your headset on. Just a little bit about
the Grant Hill, I think? It's Grant something arena.
all right, you're on.
Welcome to Lawrence Academy for the quarterfinals matchup in the Dorothy Howard Small School Tournament between the number 1 seeded New Hampton Huskies and the number 8 seeded Frederick Gunn School Highlanders. My name is Carter Masterson on play-by-play, joined by Lawrence Academy sophomore Sean Boyd. Sean, we're expecting a good game between these two. Coming into this one, New Hampton School, they've won 7 of their last 8 small school tournament games, and they've won 5 in a row. Frederick Gunn's got a really tough task at hand versus the experience of New Hampton School. What will they have to do today to get a win?
I mean, it can't be a close game. If Frederick Gunn wants to win, they can't keep it close. They need to blow them out, honestly, because, I mean, the multiple years in a row champions, and it really hasn't been close. New Hampton's kind of ran it the last few years, so if you want to defeat the champs, you really have to just put them to sleep.
To be the best, you have to beat the best, and that is the motto Frederick Gunn is going to have to be living by today. They come into this one at 14-11-1, a very solid season. New Hampton 19-6-4 on a 9-game winning streak here to end the season off. Quite the strong finish from the Skis. It's a great year for Frederick Gunn, a little bit worse than last year when they were the 3 seed in the small school tournament. They lost that one 3-4 in overtime to Rivers, who of course is a very successful hockey program. They won the last time the small school tournament winner wasn't New Hampton, back in 2022. But in that game, they beat the New Hampton School Huskies at the Jacobson Arena in beautiful New Hampton, New Hampshire. This is just such experience up and down this New Hampton lineup. You look at people who have been here for 4 years. This is their 4th tournament run, and they're looking to make their 4th championship game. Regan Kimura has been here 4 years. Julia Laughlin's been here 5. Down the lineup, Kennedy Walker, been a massive contributor for 4 years, just recently eclipsed 100 points. So that's a couple New Hampton School leaders who are not used to losing. And all the 2-year seniors, all they've known is championships. They haven't lost a game in the playoffs yet, so that is so much experience. It's more than half the team has been here for that amount of time, or around half the team, I'd say. How does one deal with that pressure coming into this game, or rather, is it lack thereof? You've got a team that's coming to this one, they're facing the champs, they're scared. New Hampton School, this is just another game for them.
Yeah, if you're New Hampton, I think you just got to embrace it, right? Everyone wants to knock them off because they've been so dominant for years, but you got to just trust in your game, do what you've done the past few years, and just don't try to overcomplicate things. You know what's worked in the past, stick to what you do, right? You don't have to do anything different. You know exactly what it's going to take to win this game, and you just got to stick to it.
Coming off their last game, they became Lakes Region tournament champions, the first time they had been tournament champions and regular season champions since 2017, so a big accomplishment for New Hampton School. That was their first time they had won the tournament since 2019. So it was a way to get the monkey off the back. St. Paul's had kind of had their number in that game for the past couple of years, but they finally defeated the Big Red in overtime. Kelsey Baker had the winner, and that's why I just want to highlight her line specifically. It's Baker, Micho Nolan, Caroline Thomas. They had 3 points in the last game. They were on the ice for all 3 goals. Almost all of them had 3 points last game. That was crucial. They had all 3 of them. So I think Coach Churchill brought this up when he was talking to us. They got to be neutral. They got to neutralize. If they have a 0 on the plus minus, it's going to be a close game. If they're in the plus, it's going to be New Hampton's game. He needs that top line to contribute on the defensive end and the offensive end if they want to get a win in this playoff atmosphere here today. Frederick Gunn also on a little bit of a hot stretch. Not the same 9-game winning streak, but 5-3-1 in their last 8. So they've been playing better hockey. Or 5-3-1 in their last 8, their last 9. So they've been playing better hockey than they had been earlier in the season, but still a tall task at hand here today. It just shows this Frederick Gunn team, plenty of experience. They last won the championship they were the runner-up in 2017. They went back-to-back in 2013, 2014. That was the last time there was a back-to-back champion in the small school tournament, so a little bit of history here. The most recent back-to-back champs facing off. New Hampton School, the current and reigning champions of the Dorothy Howard tournament. They just barely missed out on Elite 8 play, but The chance to three-peat and go to their 4th straight championship game lies in front of them. It's been dominance out of this batch of Huskies. Today they've got a tough test in the Frederick Gunn School. We are just moments away from puck drop here at Lawrence Academy, a neutral site for seeds 1 and 8. Carter Masterson on play-by-play, Sean Boyd on color commentary. The first round of the playoffs starts today. We are off and running from Lawrence. Puck drop won by the Huskies, and Thompson works into the zone. Back to Thomas. Shot from Baker, and not the same result as their OT winner, which was their last shot, but it does freeze the puck for the first time. We get a look at Emily Kraus, the senior goaltender.
Yeah, she's going to have to be on her game, right? The Huskies are going to shoot the puck a lot, and they're going to be on her, so she has to stand tall today.
Coming to this one with a save percentage north of 930, committed to Rivier University, New Hampshire. Right out front, Thomas swiping at it. So is Micho Nolan. A couple of shots, but a couple of saves from Kraus. Out of the zone, it almost goes. Kept in by Hayhurst. Stuck on that blue line and now pops back free. Micho Nolan rips and turned into the glove of Kraus. And she quickly has made a couple of saves here as we sit 0-0, 30 seconds in.
Ideal first shift for the Huskies. Frederick Gunn couldn't get out of their defensive zone, but they just got to calm down. There's still so much time left, and just stick to their game.
Gunn with the defensive zone draw, now going up on the near wall. That was Sladish. Finally worked out of the zone here by Gunn the first time it has been today. Right back to Young. Young slides it through for Uselton. Stuck on that blue line. Walker had pressure. Edmonds goes to the near side, now back for Peel. Peel controls it across the blue. Chance here for Gunn early. Not going all the way down the ice. That was number 26, Megan Sladish, with the shot that goes just wide. And Vincent ends up making the save. It'll be our first stoppage on the New Hampton end. Minute and 10 in. And now we get to look at Ellie Vincent. The first-year goalie that's a sophomore from Quebec City. Has an assist on the year, also posting a .920 save percentage. Has been excellent when called upon, splitting time most of the year with junior Karakuzik. Laughlin with a great move through the legs of the defender. Backdoor had Lily Thomas, but just a step behind. Out of the zone it goes. Peel settles it down.
There was a grade A chance that the Huskies just couldn't capitalize on. The pass was just a little too late from Laughlin, but a great look no matter what.
Laughlin now trying to play make once again on that near side. Goes down, trying to make something happen, and it'll go the other way to Folo. Throws it around, it'll be controlled by Luber. Luber had an amazing playoff run last year for the Huskies as she led them to a championship. 4 points in her 2 games. Notice how I said 2 games in their championship run. Last year, the 1s and 2 seeds got a bye, so a game that last year New Hampton wouldn't have even been playing right now. They got a hard test today in Frederick Gunn. To the corner it goes. Fischetti giving chase. This is the first year that the 1s and 2 seeds have had to play a game since 2019. Slid across. Barza. Near side, throws it around, has Fischetti. It's a little too far out in front, all the way around for Coustance. Kept in by Barza, now we'll go the other way with Gunn. The Gunnery in transition. Gil Shannon slides it over. Blake fires wide of the net, and it'll wrap around for Cuozo. Luber controls it and feeds it over for Baker on the far side. Fischetti trying to get it out of the zone, gets shut down at the blue line. It'll slide right back for Kelsey Baker, controlled by Roxy Merrick. Off the glass, couldn't get it out though. Megan Sladish there to keep it in. Sending it right back down. Micho Nolan in front of the dots, can't shovel it out. Once again, Sladish making her presence felt here early in this one. Slipped across through Sladish to Edmonds. Backhander goes wide right of the net, and now we'll slide all the way down here after the quick start for New Hampton. Frederick Gunn getting their fair share of chances.
Yeah, that was a great shift. I mean, they had, for New Hampton, they had the young line out, all sophomores and freshmen, so you got to capitalize on them. And inexperience. But
Baker in the middle, fires, but a save made by Kraus was over her head, but got up there with the blocker and made the play. Now it's going the other way. Drew Hayhurst settling it down on the dot. Misho Nolan will get the tip to nullify a potential icing call and will give way to the new second line heading in today. Coach Churchill switched it up after becoming champions of the Lakes region. Thought he could get even more production out of his top lines, even though they've been playing very well in the last couple of games. Cunningham on the near side gets it knifed away by Walker. Walker tries to turn it back in, but it's Cadence Wright who will be there for Gunn instead. Sent around, Mia Merrill on the far side. Now up through the middle. Bryn Cunningham over the logo, gives it off for one of her teammates, but it's knifed away by Trinity Walsh. Back on the near side. Drops it for Walker, who charges down low towards the goal line. Surveying. Back up top to the blue line. Young over for Peel, right back middle to Kennedy Walker on the backhand, shoots, but it's turned away. It never made it there. Blocked by Olivia Kurtz. Now Gunn will have a chance going the other way. Izzy Blake quickly shut down by Gianna Young and Trinity Walsh. And the Huskies regain possession. A logjam at the bench, not a good change, but no harm, no foul. Right back into the neutral zone. Chance for Gunn. Turned away off the blade of Vincent. It was Kurtz in the middle of the ice who had the opportunity. Down low, Merrick looks over for Peel. Through the middle of the ice, Laughlin gets a stick there, frees it up for Emily McPherson. Now she's over the blue line. Chance in the slot, fires off the mask of Emily Kraus. Back down low for Julia Laughlin. The stick lift. Gets it back in possession of Gunn. I was trying to get a name there. It was Boulanger. What a play there to shut down the New Hampton opportunity. Batting at that one with the hand was Merrick. And the forecheck of New Hampton will go back to work. Kept in, Roxy Merrick trying to slide it along, but Gunn will have it going the other way. Puskar throws it down, and Merrick will go to retrieve it. Now over 6 minutes passed since the start of the game, and Fischetti has it across the blue line. Circling the dot, tried to backhand it towards the middle of Coustance, who's getting hooked pretty bad in front of the net. Ref came in, broke it up, but no arm in the air. It'll go all the way down the ice for an icing.
I think the Huskies are playing a little bit sloppy. I mean, that pinch on the boards was almost dangerous. It was a good play by Gianna Young to be able to shut it down, but Abby Peel just was a little bit late to make her decision on if she was going to pinch or not. Did pinch, wasn't able to get it, and if you go for the pinch, you have to get it or else it's trouble, and we saw that. Huskies were able to shut it down there.
Slap shot from Thompson goes wide. It's important in the playoffs to do the little details. You got to have everything perfect. Right now, the Huskies got to tighten up some things, but overall, not a bad showing so far. Just a little loose. Thompson across the blue line. Goes across. Caroline Thomas right there in the slot, robbed by the glove of Kraus. The Huskies out shooting Gunn early, but Emily Kraus up to the answer.
Yeah, Huskies have gotten a ton of grade A chances. Is that like the third 2-on-1 we've already seen? Just can't capitalize, but just keep putting pucks on net.
Right now, Frederick Gunn, when they've established themselves in the zone, they've been solid, but too many times they've allowed a shorthand rush. I think that's something they're really going to need to shut down because eventually New Hampton's going to start burying them if they get so many chances. Drew Thompson across, has Baker, slides over her stick, doing battle with Natalie Clark. Now to the corner it goes, Hayhurst. Tied up, pops free, Drew Thompson cutting to the middle of the ice, back to the backhand and hauled down. Hayhurst wanted to slide it back across, but it'll go out of the zone. Yale commit Kennedy Walker giving chase. Stuck along the half wall, sent down by Emily Supon. Uselton looks over for Kennedy Walker, can't control it, back for Trinity Walsh. Fires wide of the net, and around it goes. Toffolo giving chase as the New Hampton defensemen control it at their own blue line. Now back to Walker. Near side, cutting towards the net on the backhand, wanted to feed it to Uselton, but got in a little too deep. Turnover, and Gil Shannon will take it the other way. Kicked by Peel, comes right back to her. Across the blue line, chance for New Hampton. Slides over for Walsh, middle, Walker, fire, save made. Walsh, second chance. What a save! Sprawling in the full splits and just barely gets a piece of it with the arm and keeps it behind her. So many chances. Emily Kraus shut down right now.
Quick reflexes right there. Trinity Walsh had almost the entire net, but just right in the spot that Kraus was able to make an incredible sprawling save. She's completely keeping her team in it right now.
According to girlsprephockey.us, Kraus the only goalie that's played for this Gunn team this year, and right now showing why she hasn't been taken out of the net. Makes incredible saves.
Defense isn't doing her much help right now. They cannot keep turning the puck over on their breakouts.
Unfortunately, that's been the cause of all the odd man rushes right there. The 3-on-1 came because of that. It's definitely something they're going to need to clean up. And what a chance goes off the bar. Second chance goes around. Frederick Gunn had their share of opportunities. The bouncing puck went in their favor heavily, but could not squeak into the back of the net. Left for Laughlin, near side, trying to cut to it, but shut down by Kurtz. Ashley Edmonds wrists it around. It'll be frozen by Ellie Vincent, and she just had the puck behind her. Didn't get into the net, but she was in panic mode for a second there. Two great chances from Gunn, but they can't bury it.
Yeah, I think Ellie needs a few shots from far and up and right in the glove. Just make some quick saves, easy saves, get some confidence, because she looks a little shaky right now.
We were talking to Coach Churchill. He was really excited to see her play today. Her first time in the big NEPSAC playoffs. He wanted to see how she'd react. So far, been up to task. But right there, a scary moment. Micho Nolan behind the net, turns on the brakes. Around for Thomas, settles it down, wanted Baker in the middle of the ice, couldn't get it there. Going the other way now, Gunn. Supon. Shut down at the end of the blue line, now it slides all the way down to Ellie Vincent, who will leave it for one of her defensemen to receive. Now it's Luber. One of the many NESCAC commits on this New Hampton hockey team. She'll be going to Williams next year. But won't be alone in that conference. One of 5 New Hampton commits playing NESCAC hockey next year, along with Caitlin Barza, Caroline Thomas, Kaylee Micho Nolan, and Trinity Walsh. This New Hampton team, the reason they've had this two-peat and 3 years in a row in the championship game, it's because of all this talent they have on this roster. True Thompson committed to UConn, Kennedy Walker, Yale. That's just so many. Julia Laughlin, UNH. So they had Vera Lee go to UNH last year, along with plenty of other commits on that team. But it's just been a rotating door of talent right now, and it's all come to a summit for Coach Churchill and New Hampton School with the 2 straight championships.
And it doesn't really feel like a make it or break it year, even though they're losing so many seniors, because Church is such a good recruiter that you know he's going to find the next era or wave of Husky hockey players.
And plenty of people who on this team already will be here next year. And Kelsey Baker, 30-point scorer this year. She'll be back. Addie Peel, 20 points, committed to Vermont. She'll be back. Lots of returning talent, along with their departing talent as well.
True Thompson wanted the puck right there to walk the blue, and I think that would have been the right move. We know True is able to score from out there. She has a great wrist shot, so it still wasn't a bad play, just throw it to the net, but I think that could have been a lot more.
I think she's one of the best all-around defensemen in the NEPSAC right now. True Thompson having an amazing year. To the corner, Barza works around for Shetty. Right back Barza, and the opportunity was there, but shutting down the Connecticut commit, Emily Kraus, cannot let one past her right now. Absolute brick wall in between the pipes. Barza over for Hayhurst. Thrown in, and now all the way down by Gunn, but A perfect dump, doesn't have enough for an icing, and Hayhurst will retrieve it.
It was a great hustle.
Constance trying to work it back to herself now, floats across. True Thompson giving chase. 37 points on the season for True Thompson. 11 goals. Crazy numbers from the defenseman committed to UConn. Two different Connecticut's right there. Connecticut College, Caitlin Barza. University of Connecticut, True Thompson. All that state of Connecticut loaded with New Hampton talent.
Yeah, True's following her cousin Tage, who went to UConn after getting drafted by St. Louis.
Hockey family.
Yeah, big time hockey family.
Sister won the Bean Pot this year. McPherson at the dot. Versus Supong. Face-off won by New Hampton School. Controlled in their own defensive zone. Addie Peel working it through and up out of the zone. Sent right back in by Olivia Kurtz. McPherson looking to get something started. Julia Laughlin on the third line today, but has spent most of her season on the first and second. Trying something new. The captain, been here for 5 years. Great leader. Showing the depth this New Hampton team has to be able to rotate players like that. Tip from Laughlin goes just wide on the point shot from Peel. And back to Julia Laughlin on the far side. Can't keep it in. Squeaks out of the zone. Going the other way is Gunn. Chance on the break here. That's Puskar. Turns, fires. Easy save for Vincent. And now Peel will regain her possession. New Hampton breakout once again. Now it's McPherson off the ricochet. Sends it around and will get off for a change. New Hampton sending back out the first line. Baker on the forecheck now. Thomas applying the same pressure. When we were talking to Coach Churchill before the game, the forechecking was one of his 3 keys to a victory today. He wanted to make sure that they were hounding and hunting all day long.
Yeah, you can't win if you can't score goals, so you got to find a way somehow.
Thomas in the corner. Knifes it away and creates a chance through the middle, all the way through to Luber. Blocked and into the corner. Settled back down by Frederick Gunn as the flurry of chances came there. Clearance attempt didn't go. Micho Nolan's shot blocked in front of the net by Maria Gil-Shannon. Now going the other way. Cadence right. Quarterback in the play, throws that one on net, but it's sent into the corner by Vincent. Back out. All the way through, way too much, but on target, so no icing. A lucky break there for New Hampton as they get all 5 bodies off the ice. Pass is deflected by Walker, but goes right to Ashley Edmonds. Entrance for Gunn, sliding it across. Dad had the chance, but going the other way.
It was a nice move to get around Walsh, but coughed up the puck right after.
Uselton holding on the blue line until Walsh checked up. Uselton back for Walker, up top. Hayhurst slaps, misses it, goes all the way through for Kraus, who freezes it. They got the look for Hayhurst right there, who has shown off that one team many times throughout the season. In fact, was the opening goal last year in the in the semifinal game versus Rivers School.
I do remember that, actually. I forgot about that.
That was a 2-goal game from her and Luber and Walker.
Yeah.
Bunch of 2-goal performers.
It wasn't a close game.
No, it was not, but it was a fun one to call.
Shout out Andrew Knox.
He was my color guy there as you were away. Back up top, True Thompson throws that one low and around. Walsh below the goal line, feeds it around. Walker, far side, goes right back through for Trinity Walsh, but too far out in front. Gunn will send it the other way. Thompson right outside the Huskies' O-zone. Wants to get through to Walker, but now Gunnery going the other way. Cuozo charging in towards the net, pops free, and will be sent out, or almost sent out by Trinity Walsh, but works right back to the puck, and out it comes. True Thompson slides it back for Walker, but too far out in front of her. She'll get off for a change. Huskies putting the 4th out there. Peel Cycles around, turns, fires around for Constance. Back up top for Barza. Ships it through, wants Audra back here in the near corner. And free it comes back up to the blue line. Peel. Down, a bullet is gloved up by Kraus. Peel unloaded on that one. But up to task once more, Emily Kraus.
Yeah, that thing was a rocket, but some more great ozone pressure by the Huskies. Frederick Gunn, who has played well. I mean, they've played with them, but that was a great shift, another great ozone shift. And the Huskies, I have a feeling one's coming soon.
The chances have been coming in flurries, but nothing actually hit the mesh netting yet. And almost only counts horseshoes and hand grenades, so 0-0 still the score. Whoever can find the first one, it'll be a big bonus. If Gunn can actually go out and get the first and rattle New Hampton, get in their head potentially, that could be the spell of something, but like you mentioned, I think they're going to have to get up pretty big if they want a chance in this one. Yeah. New Hampton's experience late in the game will come into effect. They know how to close out these games. They've been here before. Haven't lost in 5. They've won 7 of their last 8 in the playoffs. They're on a 9-game winning streak as is. Like, it's just one of the hottest teams in girls prep hockey. And if you look back at their historical record, that backs it up. So not a team you want to be in a dogfight with. You got to stun them early. Caroline Thomas crossed the blue line. Settles it down. Looks back for Baker. Kelsey Baker working it down low. Now has Micho Nolan below the goal line. Middle wanted Roxy Merrick, but it'll go the other way with Frederick Gunn to Folo. Over to the blue, middle's it.
Block.
Roxy Merrick standing strong in front of that shot there. Pops back free to the middle. The Highlanders, when their chances have come, they've been good, but they have not come often. Micho Nolan gathers the puck with under 40 seconds left in the period. Giving chase is Uselton, but settled down by Mia Merrill. Frederick Gunn will work it the other way. Tofolo squeaks it out of the zone. And in neutral ice, it's settled down by Merrick. Uselton looks for Walsh on the attempted zone entry, but back it tracks. Past Merrick and a chance here for Gunn. Cuozo, middle, shot, big save by Vincent, and then it skips wide. Back across, looking for another chance, only 4 seconds left. Dying moments here for Frederick Gunn, and now it'll settle down. A back and forth period between the Highlanders and the Huskies. New Hampton definitely controlled it for most of the time in terms of possession and in terms of shots. But in terms of the scoreboard, it's 0-0. And Frederick Gunn's best chances were just as good as New Hampton's best chances. So some work to be done for the Huskies.
Yeah, I mean, Frederick Gunn, that was a statement of a first period, I think. Even though, like you said, I think the Huskies did play better. I do believe Frederick Gunn has a chance in this game. I mean, they played with them. They stayed with them. And if their goalie's able to play the next 2 periods like that, we're in for a fun one.
That indeed. We'll be back after a quick ice cut. Don't go anywhere. NEPSAC quarterfinals action right here live from Lawrence Academy.
I had it already running the whole time. That's something to about we have the internet on the TV. Probably just 5 days. I brought my New Hampton jacket.
It's like I never left.
Welcome back to Lawrence Academy for the NEPSAC Small School Quarterfinals. Carter Masterson, New Hampton School, class of 25, up here with Sean Boyd, former New Hampton School, class of 27, current Lawrence Academy, class of 27. New Hampton and Frederick Gunn locked in an intense battle right now. The only game, or Lawrence St. George's will be kicking off right after this one at around 4:30. So right now the only game in this bracket going on right now at 4 p.m. On the other side of the bracket, Rivers will be playing Mount St. Charles, and also Governors will be facing St. Mark's. So the winner of those two games will face each other, and then the winner of that game faces the winner of this game, and the winner of Lawrence St. George's. And of course, that game on Saturday for the semifinals of this side of the bracket will either be at New Hampton School or at the winner of the next one.
I think New Hampton deserves to have a home game after having to come all the way here for a neutral site game as the 1 seed.
Assuming they will, no matter what, but there's a chance. Of course, a lot of things have to happen for this to happen, but there's a chance Frederick Gunn's coming right back up here on Saturday to play Lawrence.
I mean, it's a 0-0 game. I mean, that's a great first period for them if you could have told them it would be 0-0 after 18. So
sliding back to the corner, Frederick Gunn looking to find the first goal here today. Gil Shannon slides it across, giving chase to the corner. Izzy Blake, the top line, far and away the highest scorers on this Frederick Gunn team. Back around it goes. Hayhurst controls it off the wall, wanted to go over for Thompson. Now Caroline Thomas up the middle, has Kelsey Baker. Off the wall it goes, and Mia Merrill sliding it back in, giving Gunn another chance. Pass in the middle is broken up by True Thompson, and the breakout going the other way. Caroline Thomas, 3-on-2 right now for New Hampton. And now Gunn will drop back into their defensive zone, set themselves up. Peel far side, plays it through. Baker slides it right back to the middle, and will be controlled at center ice by Walker. Right back in goes Walker. Usselton retreated there rather than touching the puck and getting the delayed offsides call. Last time a New Hampton hockey team was here for a playoff game, that was men's hockey in 2022. They took a loss 3-2 to Lawrence Academy. Today, New Hampton School looking to change that.
not against Lawrence Academy, though.
Not against Lawrence Academy, however, which a little surprising. I'd assume if you're at Lawrence, you'd be playing Lawrence. Today it's Frederick Gunn, middle. They have Walkers all the way through for Addie Peel. Peel throws that one on, and it's swallowed up by Emily Krause. Another opportunity for New Hampton, but no go.
Yeah, I mean, it's a shot on goal, but it was an unscreened shot from the blue line, and with a goalie that's playing as well as she is, that's not going to go in. Got to get traffic to the net, try to get a greasy one. That's the way you're going to beat a hot goalie right now.
Merrick's shot turned to the corner. Gunn looking to settle down and get a chance for themselves. Cadence Wright looking to attempt the breakout, slides back around Bryn Cunningham. Shout out to Bryn Cunningham, playing in her 100th career game today, according to US Prep Hockey, or girlsprephockey.us. Lily Thomas all the way down on the other side, throws that one on net, and around it goes for Kraus. Merrick back down low, has Laughlin. Looks like setting up to try to get it back to the middle there, but poked away. Slapped in by, that was Merrick, and then Laughlin went down to try to get the rebound, but fell on the way.
Got to cover that puck up. Can't let that juicy rebound.
The first mistake there from Emily Kraus goes unpunished. A good break there for Gunn. Baker cutting up towards the middle, leaves it and sends it in for Micho Nolan. Comes right back to her. Baker in a dangerous area, backhand, second chance, Thomas score. Huskies are up 1-0 in the quarterfinals.
We knew eventually that was going to happen, right? All this ozone pressure, there's only so much Kraus can do, but that was a great play. Just keep holding it in. Great ozone entry, and have someone go to the net. Easy tap in. Huskies go up 1-0.
Thomas, in the last time in their last game out, had 2 goals. One of them looked very similar to that. Today has the opener, just like she did in the last game. She had the first Husky goal in the last game. It was the second goal of the game. Today, first Husky goal and first goal. But for Frederick Gunn, now it's about weathering the storm. That was the first one. You can't let the dam crack. You got to hold tight, keep playing tough hockey. Walker on the near wall, throws it down low for Usselton. Katie Usselton around, back on the puck, looking to get it on the backhand, down for Trinity Walsh. Usselton to the middle, had Walsh for a moment, but going the other way with Frederick Gunn. To Folo. Broken up center ice. Trinity Walsh now on it. Across the blue line, holding, fires towards the middle, had Usselton for a moment, but the pass was batted down. Hayhurst retreats back in the neutral zone and over for Usselton. Down and around, Huskies will get 5 new bodies out there as the third line heads back onto the ice. Lily Thomas with McPherson and Laughlin. JL in the corner on the backhand, through for Lily Thomas. Thomas up top, Gianna Young walking and throws it back into the corner. Julia Laughlin first to it, comes free for Emma McPherson now. McPherson clawing in the corner and pops free for Boulanger. Can't get it out of the zone, however. Now middle it comes for Julia Laughlin. Laughlin over the net with that attempt. Down low, Thomas on the backhand. Door gets shut. Toffolo successfully gets a zone exit going for Gunn. Now right across the blue. Fires that one in the middle of the ice, turned away to the corner. Thomas sees it out of the zone and right back in with it. Attempts Gunn, but Laughlin plays it through to herself all the way down, but it'll be Ashley Edmonds who's the first to it. Tied up, McPherson goes down, arms staying down. That playoff atmosphere, it's a lot harder to get a whistle today than it would have been last week. Up top, Reese Luber. Middle tip from Coustance goes wide and into the corner. Barza first to it. Merrick down low, gets the tip out front. Covered up by Emily Kraus, but another grade A opportunity right there on the tip causes a bobble from Kraus. No one can get to the rebound, and it'll stay 1-0.
Frederick Gunn's going to have to do something to kill this momentum for the Huskies. They're knocking on the door for number 2 right now.
And they're just about kicking down the door right now, as it's been constant pressure since the start of the second period. No real opportunities so far for the Gunnery. 1-0 the score here with 12:14 left in period 2. You're watching us live from Lawrence Academy. Carter Masterson on play-by-play, Sean Boyd on color commentary. Luber around, has Coustance. Wanted through for Fischetti, but Frederick Gunn stops it at their blue line. not allowing the clean entry from the Skis. Merrick, the only defenseman back right now. Now the rest settling in. Chance shut down regardless. Barza up through the middle, has Coustance, leaves it for Fischetti, but Barza will be the first to get a stick on it. Stood there untouched in the center of the ice there for about 2 or 3 seconds. Tied up on the boards, Micho Nolan rips it out, and back going the other way with it is Gunn. All the way down, hop, skipping, and jumping before it's received by True Thompson. Puck fired up quickly to Caroline Thomas, and a clean entry for Kelsey Baker. Tied up on the boards, pops free for Micho Nolan, back to the corner, Baker. Around it goes. Hayhurst can't keep it in, and into the neutral zone. The puck slides once more. Turnover at the blue line, chance for Gunn, shut down. Ellie Vincent, second chance saved as well. Puck still bouncing, doesn't find its way into the back of the net. But chance after chance for Frederick Gunn. Right in the middle, second chance, 5-hole, capped out. Ellie Vincent, 3 or 4 acrobatic saves and keeps the score at 1-0.
She's settled in well now.
Flow state activity right there from Vincent. Had eyes on the puck at all times, it seemed like. 4 or 5 shots there. I mean, we had just said how Gunn hadn't done much this period. That opportunity is the best scoring opportunity of the game. Can't believe it didn't go in.
She stood tall, though. She didn't back down. Love to see that from a young goalie.
Usselton across the blue. Numbers for New Hampton. Drops for Walsh. Fire! Wide of the net for Trinity Walsh. Back up top, Addie Peel. Low for Walker. Spinning. Walking that blue line. Almost slid out, but kept it in. Peel. Low shot. Saved and back for Walsh. Walsh working it back towards the blue line. Cuts to the middle and slides the puck across for Gianna Young. Firing and blocked on the way towards the net. I believe it was Olivia Kurtz who got in front of that one. Walsh across the logo and back into the offensive zone. Walker on the attempted toe drag, broken up. That time it was Cuozo. Thomas couldn't settle it down, but it goes all the way back for Peel. Down low, Thomas, middle of the ice. Walker, save made! Kraus with another incredible piece of goaltending to keep the score at 1-0.
Yep.
And Gianna Young had the stop already made. An unnecessary holding call, but gets taken anyways. 2 minutes for holding, and the first power play of the day goes to Frederick Gunn.
Very obvious call there. Gianna had her arm literally wrapped around her, so very obvious call.
Not a bad penalty.
I don't know why she was so angry, but that was a very obvious call.
There seemed like there was definitely some jawing going on down there. Coach Petito was asking for a high stick on the bench is what it appeared the hand motion was.
Can't give the other side free power plays, though, if there is some jawing.
Yeah, frustrations maybe boiling over for the young sophomore. Gunn charging in. Cunningham across. Has Cuozo. Sends it all the way around. Back for Izzy Blake. Up top with it, Gunn. Right. Across. Slap shot goes wide of the net. Back into the corner. Blake. Looking back up top, but Laughlin will take it the other way. Short-handed Huskies have a 2-on-1. Laughlin fires. Chance saved, and the rebound by McPherson can't be contained. Back the other way goes Gunn on the man advantage. Across, Blake can't control it. Hayhurst to the corner, a big hit from behind. And the Huskies will go to 5-on-3. They could call that roughing. They could call it a charge. That was a couple penalties right there. Either way, 5-on-3 coming for New Hampton, and then the bad gets worse.
Can't lose your composure.
Frederick Gunn. This is kind of their moment of this hockey game. They got to score on this 5-on-3, or where it seems like New Hampton, with momentum and what they've shown today, it wouldn't be over, but it would be on the top shelf, and a goal! Quickly, Frederick Gunn answers. Izzy Blake gets the tip from down low, and the Gunnery has knotted this one up at 1.
I think it went off a Luber's stick, but that was still a great shot from the wing.
So an own goal then from New Hampton, but if it wasn't tipped off Luber's stick, it was going to get tipped by a Gunn stick.
Sure.
It was going to be a goal regardless. The perfect placement from Blake.
It was a great idea.
And still a power play remains for Gunn for a minute 51 as they move to 1-for-1 on the power play today. And that's a long time on the power play. They got plenty of time to get another one. Defending champs on the ropes here. Kurtz in her own zone, loses it. Play broken up by Micho Nolan. Now Baker flying in there looking to make something happen. Luber at the red line, fires it back down. At that blue line, broken up once again by Micho Nolan. Relentless forechecking here on the kill. Kurtz. Near side over the blue line and down around the dots. Settles in and throws it back up top. Boulanger around. Looks for Wright. Cadence Wright back up top to the blue line. Poked away by Walsh, but settled back by Wright. Wright leaves it off Boulanger. Across the pond, slides it for Dodd. Toffolo looks for the blue line. Wright leaves it. Chance there for Dodd, goes wide, right on the goal line. Big save made, Vincent. Got up there with the shoulder. And a crazy chance there for Gunn. Another one coming, wrapping around. Suppan. Use it for Boulanger. 20 seconds left on the power play for Gunn. 200 feet clearance there for Trinity Walsh with some forechecking to go along with it. That'll kill off the rest of the power play, or most of it thrown right back down the ice, and they'll beat the icing call. Cunningham.
It was a great play there by Vincent. Get the puck out.
Walsh through the legs has Kennedy Walker back to even strength. Walker beats the defender, goes middle, chance, what a save made by Kraus. Again and again she has proven today. Why? She is such a talented goaltender and going to play at Riviere next year. She has shown some real talent here, stepping up when the lights are brightest.
It was a great play by Kennedy. Just goes right around the defenseman, but like you said, goalies stand tall. She's not showing any signs of slowing down in this one.
Something going on off the draw. Now Frederick Gunn gains possession. Gil Shannon leaves it off for Blake, the goal scorer for Gunn, and right back out it goes. Down low, chance for Blake. Save made, Vincent. The tide has turned. Beginning of the first, it was a flurry of green, and it seemed like New Hampton was going to run away with it, but quickly, Frederick Gunn, we talk about how all of these matches can be related back to boxing. Both of these teams throwing some big shots here in period number 2, but both weathering the storm right now, setting up for the almighty crucial third, but 6 minutes still left to go in period 2. If one of these teams can gain an advantage going to that third period, it'll go a long ways. If you're Gunn, you do not want to be trailing one to the two-time defending champions heading into the third period of an elimination game.
Yeah, this was perfect case scenario for if you were to draw up. If you would have told Gunn this is where they would be at this point in the game, they would have been very happy.
It's all about finishing now. Just got to go and do their job. Like you said, if it comes down to an overtime or a one-goal game, you'd have to imagine that would tilt in the way of New Hampton due to all of this talent and the experience they have on this roster. Of course, nothing's a guarantee in sports, and it could be a one-goal Frederick Gunn win, but Frederick Gunn would rather have a lead heading into that third and some space to work with. across the pass. Rifled too much on that one to be contained by the Highlanders. And right back on the attack goes the Huskies. Peel over for Custance, middle. Luber bats at that one to nullify any potential icing. And around it goes once more. Giving chase is Barza, a little 24 on 24. Contact there. Dodd went down. Michaud Nolan behind the net, looking to find Barza down low, but now she'll just join the scrum, coming away in favor of Frederick Gunn. Flipped out of their defensive zone and all the way down to the New Hampton blue line. Hayhurst across for True Thompson. 4 minutes, all that remains in period number 2. Caroline Thomas across the blue line, chance, save made. Back to the corner it goes. Up top, Thompson. Sends it over for defensive partner, Drew Hayhurst. Thomas through the middle, can't be contained by Hayhurst, but over for Thompson. Back to Hayhurst, shot, looking for a tip out front, still loose in the blue paint, and now all the way down the ice for an icing.
Great idea. Two defensemen were wide open, everyone else just go to the net, see if you can get a tip, throw something low and on net, and that's what they're trying to do. It's a great idea.
Huskies have a great chance to score here. These Frederick Gunn skaters are tired right now. We see hands on knees, very slow to their spots right now. For New Hampton, you got 5 fresh bodies. Win the face-off, control the zone time, get a couple good looks here. Peel throws that one on blocked, and now Gunn will almost be able to get that out of the zone. Laughlin contains it as it was just a step outside of that defensive zone. They got 2 bodies off, but not done yet with their change. Huskies going right back on the attack. Thomas playing it down low to herself, across, has Peel, chance in the slot is blocked. Stepping up and making the big time play there is Bryn Cunningham. Peel, the future Catamount, gets tripped up there, lost an edge and goes into the boards. The chance on the rush. Boulanger was ahead of the defenseman Young, and a chance created for Frederick Gunn. Peel back on the puck, now looks over and up for McPherson. Laughlin looked to poke at that one and now frees up the puck, but Gunn regains the possession. Got right back out in front of him a little too much. And Huskies take out each other there. Usselton and McPherson on the collision. Final hit there now. A clear trip there. Going to be called. Huskies are going on the power play. Although the body check couldn't have been called on Usselton or McPherson for the contact at center ice, that trip certainly can. Hauled down there was Trinity Walsh. And heading to the box for 2 minutes is Brianna White, the freshman defenseman out of Watertown, Connecticut.
It's going to show me a lot about Frederick Gunn. If they can dig down and clear this, or they can dig down and kill this, they got a chance.
Slap shot from the point. Thompson got one of the best shots in the league. Save made. Yeah, this New Hampton power play, it struggled throughout points of the season, but it is uber talented, and this exact power play has been playing together for a little while. Thomas on the backhand. Second chance. Michaud Nolan gets stuffed wide. Another couple of good saves there from Kraus. Thrown all the way down to Vincent. Left for True Thompson. Thompson over for Baker. Baker now looks across. Has Luber. Luber on the rush. Back across. Baker shoots wide of the net. Had a lot of open ice. Skated into that one. And almost had her 10th goal of the season right there. Michaud Nolan across. Has Luber. Back up top. True Thompson. Across. Baker firing. Middle of the ice. And got a tip, but can't get it past Emily Kraus. Unbeatable right now. Goaltender duel here late in period 2.
There were 2 defensemen on the ice for New Hampton, was Reese Luber, but she wasn't up top. They put Kelsey Baker up top. I don't know if that's normally how they do it. I'm guessing it is, but I don't know. It looked pretty good there. Just couldn't get one in the net.
It's typically how this is their typical 2 lines of power play. Both have found a lot of success as of late. McPherson down low, up top for Walker. Walker slides it right back for McPherson. Around it goes. Walsh contains it up top. Peel looking for the tip down low. None doing. Laughlin charging back in. Skips it to the middle of the ice. Miscommunication between Walker and Peel, and it'll leave the zone. 30 seconds left on the power play. Walsh to McPherson. Shot ripped. Chance there was for Laughlin. Couldn't bury it. Back up top. Addie Peel down low. Trinity Walsh. 18 seconds now left on the power play. Lost it, and Gunn will slide that one almost out. Kept in. Peel across for Walker. Middle of the ice. Blocked pass. Peel. 7 seconds left on the power play. Carries it back to the middle. Gets a shot. Loose still out front. What a couple of saves made by Emily Kraus. How many times have we said that today? 2 seconds left on the power play, and Emily Kraus keeps it at a tie game.
I'm impressed by this Frederick Gunn team. They just refuse to go away, right? They won't quit. They're not giving up. Even though it's 8 versus 1, they're still very, very much in this game.
Thompson across for Hayhurst. Down low and around it goes. Baker for Thomas. Up top for Hayhurst on the blue line. Back for Caroline Thomas all the way around for Kelsey Baker. Middle of the ice. Micho Nolan still loose. Thomas jabbing at it. Nothing going, and some pushing and shoving. 1.3 seconds, all that's left in period 2. But setting up for a fiery third period.
It's getting a little chippy out there, like you said. Some pushing and shoving, some chirping from the benches. So
just a second left. That draw will do it for the period. A 1-1 hockey game after 2 periods of play. Both teams have given big swings at it, but right now, the experienced Huskies off 2 championships back-to-back years, struggling in their playoff opener against the Frederick Gunn School and the Highlanders. Lots of hockey left to be played in period number 3. It's crunch time when we come back, and we'll be right back after an ice cut. Live from Lawrence Academy, New Hampton, and Frederick Gunn School, all tied up after 2.
got a big alignment.
Yeah, but that one of them was completely overshadowed. Yeah.
It's win or go home when you get to March, and one of these teams is going to be winning at the end of this 18 minutes or more, and one of these teams has a tough bus ride back home. The reigning champs on the ropes. They are tied up with the 8 seed Frederick Gunn. If this was last year, they'd be comfortable at home watching the 3 versus 6 game and the 4 versus 5 game, enjoying their bye. This year, adding teams to the playoffs, they got to duel it out here in round 1. First time there's been 8s and 7 seeds since they adopted the large and small school and Elite 8 format. Used to just be Division 1 and Division 2 for women's hockey. Back then there was 8, but first year with 3 tournaments. But there has been an 8 and a 7. Down low, Thomas stifled. Around it goes Kelsey Baker. It's crunch time here in Lawrence. Whoever scores the next goal won't have won it, but they will have put themselves in a good position to earn that win.
Unless no one scores in the third period.
That could happen. We've seen plenty of those games before.
Yeah.
Thrown all the way down for an icing as Hayhurst gets there first, and we'll get our first stoppage of period 3, 17:09 left in this one. If you're New Hampton right now, got to take a deep breath. Tie game. What do they need to do in this third period to secure their win?
It's hard to say because I love what they're doing, but I've said it a million times, just keep putting pucks on the net. It's going to be a greasy one. That's really obvious. Just dig deep because you guys, all the pressure's on you. Just dig deep.
Usselton down low, had the chance. Great defense right there from Brianna White. Got the stick in the play and broke it up. Izzy Blake tried to exit the zone. Couldn't do so. Sent right back in by Peel. Usselton, middle of the ice, and now it goes, splits the middle of Peel and Gianna Young, and Young will grab it back in the Huskies' defensive zone. Now Peel on the puck. Wanted over for Walker, takes a crazy bounce off the glass, and now going the other way, Trinity Walsh has some space to work with. Cuts it through the blue paint and skips it over, but no one there. Walker comes in a bit late, gathers possession up for New Hampton, but right back to Gunn it goes. Merrick on the far wall. Pinches near and down low for Walker. Lots of contact below the goal line. 4 bodies all scrapping together, looking to pull out the hockey puck. Walsh comes away with it. Huskies won their last game out in overtime. A lot of energy around New Hampton right now. Can they carry their momentum through this game? Tip down low, Thomas. Big save made. Kraus. That one looked a lot easier than it was. Kept in Laughlin. Gives herself some space. Down on one knee. Fires and blocked away to the corner. Izzy Blake on that one. Almost out of the zone. Kept in Merrick down low. Laughlin scores! Huskies back in front.
You knew it was going to be one of the veterans step up and score the big goal. And the 5-year senior captain comes through.
Didn't score in the Lakes Region tournament. Sat 5 points away from her 100th career number. Now one closer, only 4. Huskies back in front. And that play really started by the freshman Roxy Merrick right there. Kept it in, sent it down. Good things happen when you put pucks on net. Laughlin got it in a good area. Turn, fire, lots of space. Chance created and chance finished. Normally when we're at the Jacobson Arena, which If the score holds, there will be a game there on NHS Live Saturday afternoon. At Jacobson Arena. Wonderful Mr. Arsenal calls out our goal announcements. I get to write down who got the assists right here. I got to make the best guess. I know Merrick had one of them. Don't know who had the other though. Boulanger. Skipped past her and back into the Gunn defensive zone on it. Brianna White. All the way down. Icing waved off instantly. Received by Hayhurst. Gunn chance in the middle. I think that was Caroline Thomas got a stick in the way and avoided the Gunn shot from getting on target. Once again, Bryn Cunningham out front in her 100th career game, causing havoc. Into the corner, sent by Thomas. And around it goes for Olivia Kurtz. Walsh down and around, has Walker below the goal line. Turns on the backhand, Usselton fires that one on net, and another save made by Emily Kraus. Emily Kraus, absolutely outstanding today. And we've mentioned how, a couple times how, when it's just in that one goal, or if it's a tie game, anything can happen, and Kraus is the reason it's been that close. So many great opportunities she's robbed from New Hampton. Usselton throws wide. Was looking for a bounce out front there, didn't work. Merrill in the corner goes down. Now Walker hauled down by Gil Shannon. Going the other way is Blake. On the half wall, backhand, sends it to the middle, and a tip right there. Spinning, I believe it was Gil Shannon. Or it was actually number, can't get a turn, 27, Cadence Wright. On the break there, had the opportunity, but a big save made Vincent.
It's dangerous. Almost caught Vincent off guard. We've seen that happen a lot.
The fact that Gunn even got that shot pointed on net is kind of crazy. There was not a lot of space there, but that was good passing and good finishing there. Unfortunately, just a better save by Vincent. Luber. Around the boards it goes, giving chase McPherson. Whistle dead, delayed, offsides maybe.
It looked like McPherson was going to beat her, but...
Looks like maybe they were calling it icing and now waving it off?
Yeah, I thought they were called icing, but...
So that is what the call was. The call was icing, but they wave off the icing call now that it was whistled. Face off comes to center ice. Merrick gets it off the draw. Now all the way over for Laughlin across the blue. Back up top. Merrick goes down to one knee firing, ties it up and frees it for Luber. Reese Luber into the corner. It's the breaks. Over for Laughlin. Turns, fires, and rises above the bar. That had an opportunity. Merrick down low. Takes the contact. And back into the neutral zone goes the puck. Laughlin smartly leaves that one, but unfortunately will be an icing, a little miscommunication there between Luber and Laughlin. Luber needed to wait a little bit longer before releasing that puck, but the idea was there.
Yeah, she had time, just had to skate past the red and dump, but good opportunity for Frederick Gunn right here.
Supon wins the draw to the blue line. Kurtz fired wide. Now Merrick will try to start the break for New Hampton, sent right back down by Lawrence, by Frederick Gunn. Supon feeds it towards the middle now, going the other way, Julia Laughlin. Over the blue line, deflected shot bounces right to Baker, who will send it around the boards, giving chase as Thompson first one to it. Middle of the ice, not cleared out of the zone. Hayhurst back down low, tipped by Baker, but a save made by Kraus. In the corner, Michaud Nolan. Around she sends it, has Drew Hayhurst on the receiving end. Now for Caroline Thomas, fired. Net front was Kaylee Michaud Nolan. Looking for a tip there, great stick lift and net battle by Dodd. Caroline Thomas below the goal line, looking to get back to the puck. Frees it up, gets it right back to the dot. Looks for it down low. Shot was on target. Comes right back to her. Thompson on the blue line. Down low, Caroline Thomas fires, and it goes over the bar. Hayhurst. Now for Micho Nolan. Turn, fire, block, right back to herself. Will get the third opportunity with it, and it'll leave the zone. Huskies will regain possession in the neutral zone and look to start again.
Got to go quick while those tired legs are still out for Frederick Gunn.
Right back in they go. Contact between Kurtz and Caroline Thomas sent Kurtz down hard. Middle of the ice, Usselton leaves it off. Hayhurst rips one. And a glove save made on the quick snapshot from Drew Hayhurst. Was walking the point there. A great opportunity for New Hampton. There was about 5 great opportunities from New Hampton on the last 2 or 3 shifts. Frederick Gunn running out of time to weather that storm. How important is it that they start going on the counterattack?
They need to go immediately because they've had a hard time scoring. They haven't scored even strength, so they're going to have to, and they're going to have to start now.
At this point, start taking some chances, make some risky passes. You got nothing to lose.
Yeah, start the long stretch passes, exactly.
Peel off the boards has Walsh. Blown up in the middle of the ice. Walker couldn't hold on to it. Flipped right back out to Gianna Young. Young at the New Hampton blue line. Gives it off, and now a 1-on-0. Chance coming for Gil Shannon. And hauled down. A save made. And it'll be a face-off. No penalty. There was a little bit of contact there, and it could have called it, but playoff hockey, they're going to let it go.
Yeah, it was a good hard shot. It still looked a little bit uncomfortable from my side of view on Vincent, but she was able to make the glove save and hold on. Doesn't matter how it looks as long as you make the save.
Exactly. They don't ask you how you make the saves, they ask you how many you make.
Exactly.
Stuck in the corner, 5 bodies on it. Now it pops free for Frederick Gunn. Edmonds chips it around, and Merrick will be first to it. Goes through, blows a tire, and now Frederick Gunn will get to set themselves up in the zone. Firing towards the middle, intercepted by Luber, and out of the zone she plays it. Almost halfway through the third period, 9:45 left in the quarterfinal action here from Lawrence Academy. Laughlin tried to work around the defender. White couldn't do so. Thompson between the dots now looks up for Kelsey Baker, throws it in deep. Giving chase is Kaylee Micho Nolan, slaps at it and gets it. Fired to the middle, Thomas was there. No go. All the way down it goes. First to it will be True Thompson, and setting up the breakout for New Hampton. True Thompson with a full head of steam, leaves it off, has Baker. Pass was a little too far out in front of her, but Huskies will tie it up on the boards and try to get some zone time out of this. Unfortunately, didn't go to plan, and now back, or almost into the neutral zone it goes, kept in at the last moment by Micho Nolan. Baker behind the goal line, leaves it for Caroline Thomas. Carroll holding, and will throw it back around. Wanted Micho Nolan, who was brought down in front of the net away from the play. A little mutual shoving, but
I think she brought the other player down first.
That almost had grounds for interference, but I think that's probably what kept the whistle from being blown. There was Micho Nolan might have dragged her down first. Peel, near side, across the blue, sends it around, and giving chase is Trinity Walsh. Walsh, the first Husky to it, getting aggressive on the puck handler. That was right. Up top, Gianna Young looking for a tip from Walker, a little too high there. Pokes away Addie Peel, but still charging on is Izzy Blake. Around it goes, Young shuts it down and turned to the corner. Gil Shannon. Walker tried to fly and take it away, but shut down by Frederick Gunn. They've started to have more chances than they were earlier in the period, but still not enough. To the middle, Blake on the backhand, didn't get enough on it. Loose it was, but the whistle blows anyways.
Premature whistle call there.
It works in the favor of New Hampton. Frederick Gunn had a stick on the puck. It was loose in front.
I'm a little bit surprised. I'm not hearing really anything from Frederick Gunn's bench right now.
That seems like a play that would have really frustrated him, but
Yeah, especially
Keep
this
quiet.
state of the game.
tied up along the boards, and now it comes free for Emma McPherson. McPherson, full head of steam around the defender and all the way into the corner. Cadence White frees it for herself, wants to go out front for Lily Thomas, tied on the boards. Now it pops out, Brianna White. Taken away, middle for McPherson. Laughlin created the opportunity, but through it goes. Penalty coming on Frederick Gunn here. And a game changer potentially.
It's a terrible call. Or, I mean, not a terrible call, a terrible penalty to take for Frederick Gunn. Just an incredibly unnecessary cross-check from behind.
You say that again, out front. They're going to let a little shoving go, but that one wasn't even the closest to the net front battle. It
Exactly,
was in between the dots just about. They're going to
Terrible
call that
time
every
to take
time.
this penalty.
Gotta be. That's Gil Shannon, only a sophomore, but one of the leading scorers. Gotta be more composed than that there. Has made plenty of great plays in this game, but that one could really hurt. Thompson, Luber across, has Baker. Settle it down and play it around for Micho Nolan. Below the goal line, Micho Nolan now for Reese Luber. Luber has Drew Thompson. Across, Thomas, score! Caroline Thomas, back-to-back games with 2 goals, and the Huskies have put this one on the top shelf with a third period power play goal.
That's the killer for Frederick Gunn right there. You can't take that penalty and expect it to help you.
A mistimed penalty for sure for Frederick Gunn. Couldn't have come at a worse time. And the defending champs know how to close out these games, ending the hope for Frederick Gunn, or diminishing it at least. 6 minutes to get 2 goals for the Gunnery. Time is running low, and they have not been able to create many chances this period. Drew Thompson cycling, looks over, Thomas, back for Thompson.
She should have ripped that puck on net.
Almost. It had a lot of open ice and a chance for a hat trick there if she had put it on net, but she's been pass first throughout her time at New Hampton. Caroline Thomas. I mean, look at her. If you look at her stats this year, it shows 9 goals, 15 assists after her 2 today. Assist first. Thompson's shot saved by Emily Krause, who has had an unreal performance. I'd guess over 40 saves made today.
Oh, 100%. And none of this is her fault.
I mean, the 2 goals for New Hampton, 2 of the goals have been tipped goals. The other one 1-on-0 from the slot. None of those shots she can really do much about. Just unfortunate. She's made all the saves that you expect her to make, and a lot of the ones you don't expect her to. Unfortunately, hasn't been enough. This Frederick Gunn offense looked really good in period number 2, but Vincent was up to task. In periods 1 and 3, they've lagged behind New Hampton at times. New Hampton's dominated the shot count in those 2 periods as well.
You can't take your foot off the gas when you're trying to beat the champs.
You can't afford to have a good period. They all have to be that level to come and knock off not only the defending champs, the back-to-back defending champs, and they were there the year before that. I mean, you won't see a lot more teams with this much experience in NEPSAC hockey in the coming years. Like, this is one of the most experienced teams. These 4-year seniors have played just about the maximum amount of hockey you can through holiday tournaments, postseason. Walker up for Peel. Down low, has Usselton. Circling around and sends it back through for Kennedy Walker. Walker goes down and wants to get it up for Walsh, but out of the zone it goes, or almost kept in by Trinity Walsh. She has no clue where it is. Now gets a hold of it, sends it down for Russellton. Middle of the ice, Young looks over. Walker, backhand. Save made by Kraus, but she was getting poked from all over there. I can't even believe she got that shot off.
Sophia Dad had an opportunity to get that puck out of the zone. And I don't know why she just held on to it and tried to skate past 2 Husky defenders and wasn't able to get it out. I'm not really sure why she didn't just. She had an open man too.
Pressure setting in for Frederick Gunn potentially at the end of this game. They can feel their hope fading away. They got to work quickly. Across, Laughlin, down low, bouncing puck, still loose. Oh. And I mean, that one, at least it was going the other way, but the second time today that a very free puck has been whistled dead.
One of each of them were in favor of each side, so at least it's a little bit fair.
Face-off won by McPherson, and the Huskies quickly back into the offensive zone, dumped in by Julia Laughlin. Wright trying to skate it out, but the relentless forechecking from New Hampton right now, not even giving Frederick Gunn a chance to go answer their goals.
Like
down low, Thomas got the almost tip, but it goes through and saved by Laughlin.
Sounded like a little bit of a stick break in the corner. I think Caroline Thomas might want to check if her blade is snapped a little bit. I don't know. It
I see.
definitely sounded like
what might be a few wood splinters down there. It also could just be some dirty ice. I'm not sure from up here, but it's a possibility. It definitely sounded like something broke. All the way back it goes. Merrick first to it. Time ticking away, under 3 minutes or around 3 minutes left in period number 3. New Hampton, it was tied up heading into the third, but they have absolutely dominated the final frame here today. Back into the corner it goes, giving chase there was Luber, and out it comes. Luber tried to get a swipe at that one, but they can't get it into the neutral zone. Now it comes free and dumped in at the red line by Barza.
That is just a bad play. You were right. Red
And
line was right there.
I think she realized it as soon as she let it go. An unfortunate mistake, but one that Coach Churchill will get rid of by calling his timeout.
Yeah, it's a smart play by Church.
Now a quick break coming here as we have 2:39 left in period number 3, live from Lawrence Academy. The New Hampton School Huskies beating the Frederick Gunn School Highlanders. What's been an entertaining game so far has tilted in favor of the double champs at the end of the game. But heading into period number 3, Frederick Gunn played better the second half of the second period. They had more energy. New Hampton looked flat, and now third period came around and defending champs put their foot to the floor.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, it's the defending champs and the veterans are going to come through in the time when it's clutch time. And that's exactly what we saw happen. We saw some sloppy play by the Huskies in the first, but the second, Frederick Gunn completely stayed with them and played with them. And then in the third, like you predicted earlier, the veterans took over. And now we see 2.5 minutes left. Huskies have a 2-goal lead.
Talking about Coach Churchill's 3 keys at the start of the game, it was a good D-zone, excellent D-zone today. The one goal was not fluky, but it was a hard shot for Vincent to save. They've taken great care of the puck outside of that first period and parts of that second, I'd say. And this wasn't one of his keys, but that top line +2 right now, so doing exactly what he needed. Thomas on the empty net right now for Frederick Gunn. She's hunting her third. The forechecking here. Can't even get out of their own zone. Across, Baker sends it around instead of giving it a go at the empty net. Play broken up, Caroline Thomas freed by Micho Nolan. Wraparound sitting in the blue paint comes to Caroline Thomas at the dot. Up top, True Thompson fires. Save made by, I believe that was Gil Shannon. Caroline Thomas almost had the hat trick broken up by Hayhurst in the corner.
Ooh.
And another penalty coming on Drew Hayhurst right now at the end of the game. This her second.
That is the right call, though. There was clear contact. Helmet popped off.
3-1 the score, but with a minute 48. I mean, if it becomes in a one-goal game, anything can happen. With the power play with 148, they're 1 for 2 today on the power play. Anything can happen. This isn't over.
We've seen crazier things happen. They're going to call their timeout, Frederick Gunn. Got to set up a set play here. They got to score, but they got to get one fast. And last time they were on the man advantage on the 5-on-3, they scored 9 seconds in. So we've got to see them put one in the back of the net early and continue to hunt.
Tough penalty you mentioned from Hayhurst, the senior, 2-time champion. She knows that can't be that aggressive at the end of these games. You're kind of coasting here. Got to play cautious. Hopefully, the mistake doesn't come back.
She was a little bit frustrated at the call, although from our angle, it looked like it was very clearly the correct call.
Looked like a hit from behind, but just the hit could have been enough.
Yeah, exactly.
So I see it. I'm honestly a little surprised they didn't get together and talk about the potential for a 5. It was into the boards from. It's a judgment call if you want to say if it was from behind. I think it was. But it was really close.
We have a good angle from up here though, so it did look like it was from behind. Fortunately, it wasn't. Well, at least that call.
Fortunately, it wasn't whistled as such. So once again, no harm, no foul.
2-man advantage here.
As the goalie is still pulled. 1:48 left in the third period. Short-handed are the Huskies as they look to close this one out. Frederick Gunn in desperate need of one quickly. Tofolo.
You got to get 2 people to the net here and get shots on goal.
Around for Blake, right back for Tofolo. Down low with it is Cuozo. Cuozo back for Tofolo. Poked away. That's Reese Luber who flips it out of the zone, and it flutters all the way down the ice. It's going to go wide right, no goal. No icing.
I don't know why there was no ice.
But no call there.
Oh, wait, they are man down, yeah.
Chance here in the slot over the net, but a chance for Cadence Wright. Poked out of the zone by Walker, and now Walsh has a chance to end this one. Game, set, match. The 2-time champions are on to the semifinals. Icing on the cake from Trinity Walsh. Her 12th goal of the year, coming off missing all of last year with a torn ACL. Talk about a bounce back year. And the senior who's heading to Middlebury wants one more ring to the collection before she takes off to the NESCAC.
Never a doubt, right? We knew Huskies would get it done.
I mean, there was a little doubt in the second period, but ultimately in the third period, the experience of New Hampton shines through. Kind of what we expected. We knew it would.
That was a close high stick or hand pass.
Before the game, we were talking about. We've seen it at times. New Hampton struggles early in the big games, but their experience really showed at the end of the game. And
you forgot what you were going to say.
Yeah, I mean, I messed up so bad.
Their experience really did show.
Experience shining through. I think now they're calling too many men on the ice for New Hampton. So a 5-on-3 for the end of this one with only 43 seconds left.
So, Huskies, who they got next? Depending on
They'll have
who wins.
the winner of St. Lawrence, St. George's, which is up next here from Lawrence Academy.
So it's not St. Lawrence. It's just Lawrence.
Yeah, you're right. Lawrence Academy. Someone else called them St. Lawrence earlier, and that was like, I was like, wait, no, it's Lawrence. Now they're throwing me off. Walker across the blue line, hauled down, but with 30 seconds left, not going to matter. The two teams that watched most of this game will be next up here from Lawrence Academy. Puck drop will be in around 20 minutes, 30 minutes. 15 seconds left in this one. Chance down low, Gunn, turn, fire, none going. And Gianna Young will hold that one up against the boards and let the clock tick down. 3, 2, and 1. Huskies win, Huskies win, Huskies win. New Hampton earned the 1 seed, had to go on the road to a neutral site anyways, but they get the job done against the scrappy 8 seed Frederick. Gunn. 2-time, looking to make it 3-time, just went 1 step closer. Sean, appreciate you hosting me here at Lawrence Academy.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for hopping on one last call with me. The Huskies get the job done. They'll be back in action Saturday. You can catch that one on NHS Live if you're a Huskies fan or if you just want to tune in. But until then, my name's Carter Masterson. That's Sean Boyd, and we'll be signing off for you from Lawrence Academy. Huskies win 4-1 in the Dorothy Howard Small School quarterfinals.